hold up. It's that boy G playing. Don't give a damn. He cooler than a fan. Walking real tall. Some say he's a man.
Go Mc Lil Chris.
It's good. It's good.
Today a special day.
Very special.
You know, it's your birthday, correct?
Yeah.
You know,
birthday.
And it was only right I get to sit down with you.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's a pleasure. Pleasure to be here. You know, G plans, change of plans.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, how old are you today?
Man, I just turned 23, man. I feel like I'm old, man, but I ain't made it to the OG stage yet. You know, at 25, but 23, I feel like I'm entering my prime. So you know, I'm getting there.
Now tell the viewers, man, where are you from, and when did you start your MC journey?
Ooh, boy, I love this story right here, man. First of all, I want to shout out to my brother G Plans, man, for making this change of plans thing happen, man. I've been knowing this dude since I was senior in high school. We used to work at Trail Balls, Dish Boy. He used to cut up the vegetables and stuff. So, and then it still go far back than that when we used to hoop over there on Keegan Street at Echo Crib. Go way back, man. So it's only right we do this. But man, I'm from Natchez. If you know me, then you know I love Natchez to death. I was in Lafayette this past weekend at the Alpha Black and White, you know. Old boy on the microphone, Triple D, shout out to my boy Triple D, man. That's all he was yelling, man. Shout out to Lil Chris Natchez and NSU. So.
Hey, Triple D been putting in some work. Man.
Oh yeah, man.
He been putting in some work.
I rock with Triple D. He a humble and cool dude. Like people tell me I be hyping, I be turned, but that boy was turned like he was like on 20 miles. Can I say that? Can I say that?
You can say whatever you want to say.
Like 20 miles, but yeah, I'm from Natchez, Louisiana, born and raised. You know what I'm saying? I represent Cashada too. You know, that's where some of my people from. So you know, I can't leave them out. But man, I've been MCing for almost 4.5 years now, man. I came in as a promoter, making $40 promoting parties. I was getting paid $40 to promote a party, and man, as a freshman, I was crunk, cause you know, at the time the party scene was on blast. You know, Cloud9, shout out to my brother Jason, man. He the reason. Like I ain't gonna say he the reason, but he one of the reasons. You know what I'm saying? I'm here this day because you know what I'm saying. He took me in and was like, man, I'm gonna put you on. And at the time, I'm senior high school. I just got a new whip. I'm about to graduate. I'm gonna go to college. I'm on already. What you mean? But I stepped foot on the college campus, and that's all they talked about was Cloud9. So you know, I promoting the parties and stuff, you know, standing at the door, girls see me, you know, hey, look at Lil Chris, you know, getting girls in for free, you know, the young stage, you know.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was doing that, and man, I always been that dude that always wanted to be a speaker, to stand in front of everybody and have all the attention, but the right attention, you know, the right type of attention. And man, I met JJ, J Real, and CBZ, Chris Brown, and they was MCing for Cloud9. I remember I was telling Rob, man, I want to be an MC, and they really laughed at me, you know. Shout out to DJ Rob Real, my brother, you know what I'm saying. It's cold out here too, y'all, so y'all see me shimmering, it's cold out here. So like, Rob laughed at me, man. I was like, man, like, why he laughing at me? And JJ, if you know JJ, if y'all know J Real, shout out to J Real, he's a very aggressive person. So I didn't really tell him that because I didn't know what was gonna happen when I tell him. I was scared. Like I was like, man, you might take all my heart. But man, it was one night, man. I was at the movies with this chick, and I was talking to her about it, and we had a party that night. Cloud9 had a party or whatever, and me and the chick went to the movies. It was a chick that, man, I really was digging at the time. So whatever
she. Are you single now? Or did you
yeah. I'm gonna say this, man. Like, everybody got somebody special in their life.
True.
Even if you're not taking, you always got that one person that you gonna run to. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, you know, this girl, she was an AKA. I was a freshman. You know what I'm saying? She was like a junior. You know what I'm saying? So like her words meant stuff to me. You know what I'm saying? So she tell me, "Hey, Chris, you need to quit school and go get a job and then come back and do school." I would have did it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's how much I valued her opinion. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, "Chris, you should just go and just like demand it." So I was like, "You right." So I text Rob. I remember texting Rob. I was like, "Man, I'm coming to the club and MC."
Yeah.
He was like, "Alright." At the time, you know, he like, you know, LOL. You know, everybody LOL, and he was like, "LOL, bet." Alright, or whatever. So I took her to her crib, and I went to the club. It was Bourbon Creek at the time, man, and I got on the mic, you know, I was nervous though, you know what I'm saying? I was stuttering, and they had some girls in the booth, and they had some more of our partners in the booth, and man, I just went in, you know, like, people reacted, they responded, you know what I'm saying? And the more I did it, the more confidence I got. But prior to that, I used to go MC at like East Natchitoches and at Parks when Rob used to DJ the junior high parties. He'll let me come clown around then or whatever. But when that night at Bourbon Creek, you know what I'm saying, it really showed a lot. And then after that, like Bo booked me for my first event, which was a comedy show him and J Real put on. Shout out to Bo File too, to my dog. Him and JJ put on. It was a comedy show and after party, and I hosted the after party. The after party didn't do much, so my first event that I officially got booked for, you know, I got paid for it, but I didn't even actually MC because nobody really came, whatever. But the following weekend, we did a big high school graduation party, and it was dumb. So that was like my first party getting booked that, you know, I actually did work, and man, we went in like me and Rob. That year, I think it was like, yeah, it was 2012. Me and Rob went in 2012. We was from Bourbon Creek to Ben Johnson to the Rig. Sometimes we did Ron's house. We did the little high school parties, the junior high. Me and Rob we was everywhere or whatever.
Yeah, now before all this stuff started, like Dion, you was always fighting somebody, always in the hood. You know, we from the same hood. But,
East. Yeah.
You know, now you a different person, and I saw your growth. I see your growth now. You're still growing. Now, out of all those people, Rob, Real, JJ, Jason, who was the one that influenced you the most or guided you to where you are today?
It's really a collective of people, because I can say Jason had a real major impact because Jason was like my best friend at the time, you know, even though he was a little older and we hadn't been knowing each other that long. You know, my mom had got sick at one time. She's in the hospital. Jason, you know, he could relate to that because his mom had got sick. And then with girls, he would give me advice on girls. I was a freshman in college. I don't know, you know, I'm from Natchitoches. You know, we not used to a big variety of females. So I'm just, you know what I'm saying, like trying to figure out like how these girls operate and stuff, and how to manage money. I had a brand new car at the time. It was a fresh whip, you know what I'm saying? So like I was on, which I felt like, and which people was telling me I was on, because I'm here, I'm 18, a freshman, and all the hottest parties and all the coolest people, quote unquote coolest people that, you know, in college, you know, you got the cool type people. They all rock with me, you know what I'm saying? So
did it make it, was your head kind of big at the time?
Oh yeah. I had a big head. But it showed, but it didn't show all the time, because I still was kind of insecure at the time, because I'm a kid, you know, freshman, I'm a kid, man. You know, I don't know much or whatever, but Jason had a good impact. One of Jason's frat brothers that's a cap, his name Justin. What is Justin's last name? I forgot him, but he in the Army, and at the time he was working on getting his master's, and I kind of looked it up to him because, you know what I'm saying, he came from like Shreveport and stuff, from a little rough patch, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. So, and he was like succeeding, like he in the Army, he had high ranks, and man, he was just doing it. Still to this day he doing it. I haven't talked to him in a minute, but he had a good impact.
Yeah, I see him. I think he's up there in Virginia somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
I'm not for sure.
Yeah, I hadn't talked to him in a minute.
Right?
Yeah, Cap, yeah. So yeah, like him and Jason really had a good impact. What else kind of influenced me? J Real, he influenced me too. I think that's why I got my asshole ways from, you know what I'm saying, because that boy is an asshole, but he made sure he got stuff done and people respected him, you know what I'm saying, and that's, I guess, them the people that influenced me around that time, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, now I'm gonna have to grab my jacket because it's getting cold out here.
Now some people may not know how much work it took to become a GO MC.
Oh my God.
There's an MC or there's a DJ, but you got the GO stamp.
Go.
What was that process like?
Man, let me tell you something. Like, because like in my city, if y'all watching this and you know what I'm saying, y'all not from Natchitoches and y'all not familiar with this city, this town, everybody tries to be what they see the next person doing when they think that they can do it better than you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody try to do it. And it's hard because you got a lot of people that's not doing it right, that's water, like you would say, water in the game. But see, when I first came out, they made it hard for me. Rob, comedian J Real, JJ, I don't know what y'all call him, CBZ, they made it hard for me. Now, even when I was getting booked for shows, JJ still made it hard for me. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I didn't understand, like why was he doing it? Cause like, you my homeboy, but you making it hard for me. You know what I'm saying? And robbing them, you know, it just takes a lot of work. Like, you can't be a person that just go to a party and talk. like you gotta make people feel you and understand you. You know what I'm saying? You're the master of ceremony. You know what I'm saying? You're an MC, mic checker, whichever one you want to call it. And like I really, at that time, it was like 2012, 2013. I think Bo was running the Bend at the time, and Rob had Bourbon Creek. Rob was running Bourbon Creek. So I was in between like both of them. Like I was booked every weekend. I was doing stuff in Ellick. At the time, I think I did a party, like a couple parties. I think it might have been 2 parties in Lafayette that summer. And the Go DJs, they was watching me because of, they was already watching other people, like, which was Rob. They was already watching Rob. So Rob kind of put the spotlight on me in that instance or whatever. And being a Go MC is not hard as being a Go DJ. It's hard, but being a Go DJ is a little harder because it means more or whatever. So, you know, shout out to all my Go DJ brothers. But they was watching me. The process took a long time. Even when they called me, it was like, hey, look, we got our eyes on you. Stay focused. Just keep going. Just be consistent. So, you know, I kept being consistent, kept going, MC and trying to wreck every party. I tried to make a name for me at Northwestern, Negatives. You know, I just try to keep going and just wrecking every party. And man, I remember I was working at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? And they called me. I was on my lunch break at Walmart. They called me and was like, man, you officially a Go MC. We about to make the announcement. And I was like, man, damn, like I'm really a Go MC. Like, cause that was my goal. Like, all right, this year I'm gonna make sure I become a Go MC or whatever. And that right there taught me a lot. You know what I'm saying? It taught me if you want something, go for it and just do whatever you got to do, and never give up. Because at times I was like, man, this ain't gonna happen.
Now, what are your thoughts on Negative's party scene when you started until now? Well, up until now. Like,
this dude.
Like, what's your thoughts on that?
G Flames, man, you trying to have people hate me, man.
I'm keeping it real.
Honestly, this party scene, it ain't what it used to be. Like I just said a few minutes ago, me and Rob and Rob himself was booked every weekend. We had a party every weekend. If you watching this and you go to Northwestern now, when I first started this, we had a party every weekend and it didn't flop. People were there. Ben Johnson's the pack out. The Greeks was doing something on Thursdays. It was live. Like it felt good being an MC at the time, or a DJ, whoever you was. It felt good because you knew you was gonna get booked. Now it's like you have 2 events a month. You know, sometimes I look up and have way more than that because, you know, I don't just MC parties. You know, I do other stuff like, you know, talent shows and comedy shows, scroll offs, and, you know, high school games. You know, I did that. So, you know, and the reason why I ventured out to do that is because the party scene kind of died down. And it's not the people that's throwing the parties the reason why it's dying down. It's just the type of people that's in the city. You know, people are rather going to kickbacks. Like, it's just changing. The environment is just changing, you know, and then people sometimes don't have the money to just go and, you know. So, I mean, I feel like right now, it needs to be shook back. Like, you know, it needs to be shook back, and it's gonna take more than just me. It's gonna take more than just a party promoter. It's gonna take more than the club owner, more than the guy that's trying to get music out, or more than the guy that got the money that wants to. Like, it's gonna take all of us to come together, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So that's like, I don't know. The party scene in Negatives is probably it's gonna take a while, but I think it's gonna be another generation that does it.
Right now. Now, some people want to know, I'm not going to say no names.
Yeah.
But some people want to know, like, why won't you switch up your style? They say, we already know what Lil Chris go say.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, see, and that's it. That's the thing. Like, of course you're going to know what I'm going to say because, you know, it's my style. I can only further my style. I can't change my style. I can only perfect it and further it. You know, I can't change how I do it because then I'll be going into either somebody else's lane, or I'm not being true to myself. You know, I'm hype. You know, and it's certain stuff that I'm gonna say in the party that, you know, that's gonna get your attention because I know that's what works. And it's just like a DJ that play the same songs over and over every time he DJ. It's because it's not enough gigs in the city. So, see what I'm saying? So like, if I was booked every weekend like I used to be, I can see what work and what don't work. But when I get booked at the Ben Johnson, like we got Pliers April 30th, I can't change up that night. I gotta go with what I know. But if I'm booked at Bourbon Creek, let's say Bourbon Creek's not open no more, but for example, Bourbon Creek. If I'm booked at Bourbon Creek every weekend before that, I can see what work in the club, and that's what having a club really helps the party scene, because the DJs and the MCs and even the rappers, you know what I'm saying, you can see where you at, what you can change and what you can fix. But I mean, until I go in a party and people start reacting to me, I'm really not gonna change. I'm only gonna further it and perfect it or whatever. So that's that.
Yeah. So you're currently in college.
Yep, mass communication major, concentration in communication, minor in music business.
So was this MC thing something you were doing until you finished school?
See, it's kind of hard because this is gonna be on record. So, but I'm gonna just share it with y'all, because this change of plans, I'm gonna drive it. I told myself, like, man, I don't know if I'm gonna be an MC after college, because you know it's a hobby and it's a sport, you know. I'm making money, but at the same time, I'm having more fun than I'm making money. You know, I have more fun than I am making money. Don't get me wrong, I'm making money off it, but it's more fun, you know. And when I get out of college, I have this whole thing laid out. And MCing fits in there, but it's something bigger than MC that fits in there that kind of substitute for it. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So like, when I graduate in next May, it's like, if I'm popping and the people still love me and Naggy is still calling for me, we're gonna do it. But if it's like, if the party scene is still the same, it's on to something new, because like, honestly, like, you know, I hope I'm not coming out arrogant, but I really feel like, you know, I've conquered every parts of negatives when it comes to MCing. If you name it, I've done it. You know what I'm saying? And I was blessed enough to have the opportunity to do it, you know. And if you're watching this and you booked me before, I want to thank you for giving me those opportunities, because I done had fun doing this shit, bro. Like, I done had so much fun. Like, it's been nice where I done cried to the point where I'm like, dang, like, man, this shit hard. But then, like, I prayed about it, and then God gave me a way to, like you say, people say, we know what Lil Chris gonna do. Well, if you was here in 2011 and you saw what I did and you see what I do now, you clapping for me, because you saw what I come from when I was on the mic and I couldn't speak properly, or I was studying with my words, or just I couldn't catch your attention. Now when I walk in and I grab the mic, the first couple words, you paying attention, you know what I'm saying, because I learned that or whatever. So I mean, like I said, I've done it. Like, this stage we sitting on right now, I'm the only MC DJ that stood on this stage in front of a diverse crowd, you know what I'm saying, on numerous times, you know. So that's why I say, like, you know, it's fun, but honestly, party scene everywhere is really dying down. So if you're not a DJ, it's really hard for you, because they not really calling for MCs like DJs. And I mean, I've gotten into the DJing part now, you know. I got turntables and got the laptop, and you know, I know how to mix music. And half the time when I'm MCing in a party, those song selections is sometimes my song selections, or I had a part in it, you know. So I mean, you know, DJing is probably something that I'm probably gonna end up going into, you know.
Definitely. Now, so what advice do you have for anybody who want to be an MC or a DJ? Anybody.
MC. Right now, if you're watching this, man, you want to be an MC, a DJ, a rapper, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be the next football player in Northwestern that came from Natchez, next basketball player, man, I'm going to take my glass off. I want y'all to see. Like, fuck what people got to say. Like, just do you and have fun with it. Pray about it, study it, master it, and have fun with it. Because you don't get here just by saying, hey, I'm about to go be a DJ. No. You're going to have to really work and show people that this is what you're going to do, because the DJs we have now in Natchez, people wouldn't book them. It was a point where people probably wouldn't book Rob. People wouldn't book me at one point. But I pushed it and pushed it and pushed it in their face, threw it in their face, and made them book me. So if you, whatever you want to be, you know what I'm saying, especially MC or DJ, just stay true to yourself and be yourself, because the public sees that. They know when you faking. Like, people know me. They know who I am. They know that sometimes I'm gonna be an asshole, sometimes I'm gonna be sweet as hell, sometimes I'm gonna talk too much, sometimes I'm not gonna talk at all. You know what I'm saying? They know that, and that's the hard part about it, is that the public see everything. You know what I'm saying? They see me when I'm down, they see me when I'm happy, they see me when I'm going through shit. they know more about me, well, they feel like they know more about me than I know about myself. So you just got to be strong and just not care about stuff. Only opinions I really care about is my friends and my family opinion, and really my friends' opinion more than my family, because that's who I'm around more. So if you can develop some tough skin with your friends or whatever, that's perfect, because you're gonna need tough skin in this game and everything you do. You know what I'm saying? So like, just be dedicated, study it, have fun with it, stay true to yourself, and never give up, because the shit is not overnight.